From KAMR Local 4 News, your local election headquarters. This is Politics Today with Jackie Kingston.
We'll introduce you to two people vying for your vote for place 4 for the Amarillo City Council. Plus, two Texans are throwing their hats in the ring for the 2020 presidential race. We'll take a look at their chances to lead our country. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here this morning. We have just a few shows left before the next municipal election where you and I and thousands of other people will decide who gets to represent us on Amarillo's City Council. If that sounds like a big responsibility, it is. And it's your responsibility to be informed and to find the candidates who you feel are the most representative of your values, and it's my job to help you. So for the next few weeks, we'll be featuring interviews with all the candidates for the City Council. Candidates, this special note to you, I will be calling. Please do answer your phone. We'll start with City Council Place 4. Stephen Rosas is running against incumbent Howard Smith. Rosas is a newcomer to political campaigning. He says he's running because he loves and cares about Amarillo, and it's his time to act. Rosas is an Amarillo native, a business owner, and a father. He says he's running for the empowerment of citizens and says he wants to see that taxes are managed responsibly. Candidate Rosas stopped by our studios last week. Joining us now is Stephen Rosas. He is running for City Council Place 4. Mr. Rosas, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us just a little bit about your platform. Why are you running?
Well, I really care about Amarillo. I believe in democracy as well. I don't think any incumbent should go unchallenged in a race just for the choice of representation of the people. You know, and there's just a couple issues that seem to be being overlooked or not looked at in a timely manner, and so, you know, I just want to get in here. I want to help my community and represent people like myself.
What are some of those issues that you want to bring to light? Well,
you know, we have a representative system that hasn't been updated since I believe it was 1913. I don't know if I'm exact on that, and you know, it has all of our mayor and council as an at-large council, and so I just feel like in this time, you know, with Amarillo as big as it is and as big as it's gotten, you know, we need a more progressive and a system that more represents our time and size.
And so, what would you propose to change that?
Well, you know, I mentioned that large system. I would say that we could change into a single district system and possibly add a couple more council members, you know, to take off the load, of course, of the 4 that we have, because I can see how it could be daunting with 4 council members, and you've got such a large city. And I think 2 more council members would help represent that more fully. And then if you're not familiar with single-member district, which I'm sure if they're watching this show, they are, but I'll kind of explain it. With the single-member district, you have representatives that campaign and represent their community, and you know, people from the other districts can't vote on this individual, and so it leaves a lot of room for individuals that know businesses in their district, in their community, and the people, and it's able to raise up community leaders instead of, you know, instead of leaders that are in one single area.
Another thing that I know that you're passionate about is public comment.
Right.
Is that because of your experience going to the meetings that you feel like people aren't heard?
Well, you know, I have been to the meetings. I got serious in 2015, and then of course work and business kind of kept me away, but then I started hearing about how they were changing the times, and it was just difficult for people to get to the times as it is, 5:30 after work, and you know, changing it to 7:30 just really seems hard to get to for anybody, you know, taking kids to school or going to work, getting ready for work, and that only lasted for about 3 weeks, but then it went to 12, and it seems like it would be easier, but again, that's lunchtime for the majority of people who work business hours from 8 to 5 or 9 to 6 or anything like that. So, yeah, it seems like a stifling. I feel like we could expand it, especially in our day of technology that we have.
We could do better in that way.
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for coming in and telling our viewers and your voters a little bit more about you.
Yes,
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
thank you so much.
Incumbent Howard Smith owns Howard Smith Co. Realtors. He was born here in Amarillo. The Amarillo High grad, went to Baylor, earning his undergrad and MBA before attending U.S. Officer Candidate School and U.S. Navy Supply School. He served on the Amarillo School Board for 10 years. He served on the Amarillo Planning and Zoning Commission as well as other advisory boards and is currently serving his first term as Amarillo City Council member, Place 4. Smith has been married to Carol for nearly 50 years. They have 2 sons and 5 grandkids. Here's my interview with Councilman Smith. City Council member Place 4 Howard Smith joining us now in studio. Mr. Smith, thank you for coming in this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me a little bit about your tenure serving as the City Council. What are you most proud of that you've accomplished?
Well, I think one of the things is I work in economic development. I'm a realtor. I'm interested in economic development. When I was running 2 years ago, there were a lot of people came to me and said we need to speed up the development process. And so I took their names down, and I called them back after I was elected, and I would call people in groups of 3 or 4 to meet with the city manager, and ask them to tell the problems they had. And the city manager heard their complaints and problems, and he can't fix everything, but he could fix a lot of things. And he created a new position of somebody to take care of problems. And that's Kelly Shaw, and he's doing an excellent job. Somebody needs to pay attention to that, because the complaints were that one inspector would say you need this, and then they do that, and then another inspector go out and come up with a different list, and so it wasn't fair to the developers. So I think that smoothed things out. It's not perfect, but I think that's a thing I'm proud of.
It's interesting that you bring up communication with your constituents, because it seems like your opponent and some people who are also running for other places on the City Council have brought up the key of the way that the City Council handles public comment, and have said that they feel like that's unfair. Do you think that the format that you do public comment right now is stifling free speech?
I think it's okay. People, not many people come. We have 6 to 8. Maybe 9 people come at 3 minutes each. But that's just one way of communicating with us. They can email us, they can call us. I try to call everybody back. And so that's just one way of communicating. And there's meetings that I had 15 of those meetings with 3 or 4 people at each meeting with the city manager. So that was quite a few people in the development business that were communicating with the city.
And what are you, as you're running this time, what would you like to accomplish in the next term if you are elected again?
Well, I want to increase economic activity. I'd love to get the veterinary school here. Been working on that, and that would be a tremendous benefit. If we could get that, we're told that it would produce $75 million annually of economic benefit to the city. So there's just that and other economic things. I want to see the transit system improve. When I was elected, I got complaints saying it took 2 hours if somebody had to ride a bus from East Ridge to the medical center. Now that's under an hour. Now it's still a long time, but that's half. So we're going the right direction. So Wichita Falls is a town that has about half as many people that we have, and they get $13,000 a month in advertising fees. We get none. I'd like to see us get into the advertising at bus stops and on the buses. So I think that would be good. And then I want to do what's, we've been doing a lot for the policemen and firemen. We want to keep up with that, provide them the resources that they need to do their job.
Very good. Howard Smith, running for City Council, Place 4. Thank you for being here this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
The Amarillo municipal races aren't the only crowded field. 16 16 Democrats have announced that they are running for president, including 2 who we've interviewed here on Politics Today. That is a fact. Bernie Sanders, Beto O'Rourke. Coming up, the lengthy list of people vying for the Democratic nomination, including 2 Texans. I'm Jackie Kingston. You're watching Politics Today from your local election headquarters.